Hello, welcome to Summer Talk 023. Today I want to talk about affordable business. Affordable business, yes. There is something weird happening in China market. Is the new consumer goods that came out people really love, such like some snack, some package from food. They all came from smaller city instead of bigger city. When we talk about bigger city in China, such as Beijing, Shanghai, Shenzhen, Guangzhou, those bigger cities we call the big city. And smaller city is any other city besides those four cities. So there's some really nice goods that came out from smaller city, such like when you go to airport, you will find this product. They sell the neck package from duck neck in package, spicy from province of Wuhan. And also you will see some famous package of nuts called the Three Squirrel brand that came from Anhui province. So why not from the big city? Let's talk about the benefits of the big city. The benefits the goods came out from big city is first population. Big city has huge population, so the brand of the word spreading very fast about this brand. So it was spreading quickly about, oh, I love this Three Squirrels brand, from 1% to 10% to 100% to 1,000%, spreading quickly. The second benefit is the bigger city always leading the fashion trend. I like Apple phone, so I follow it because bigger city people like it. So smaller city copied the trend of the fashion. So those couple years things has reversed, which it's very, very special in China market. So why is that? China, when you talk about China market, it's not just one market. China has so many different layers, different markets. Big market, medium market, small markets. So they have different layers. So an item that came from bigger city sometimes doesn't fit into smaller city. So for example, like Starbucks. Starbucks coffee in big city, you can see every corner, every couple blocks, there's Starbucks coffee. Average per cup, small cup coffee from Starbucks, it's about $5 per cup. $5 is affordable in bigger city because people make more money. But $5 in small city, in small town or small village in China, that's unaffordable. That's not affordable for average family. So the bigger cities model sometimes doesn't apply to a small city model. So one thing about business fundamental can be succeed. One fundamental is the model can be copied. The model can be copied. That's one thing that can be succeed. It's the model has to be copied, spread quickly. So I want to tell you a story. In India, there is eye surgery, medical care, eye surgery. The cost of that eye surgery, it's about 1/10 of the price or even 1/15 of the price compared to US eye surgery medical care. Wow, that's cheap, isn't it? I mean, you do see many people go to Mexico to get their teeth done, to go to Europe to get their teeth done because the cost is much cheaper than US. So I want to introduce this new theory. It's called a sandbox innovation. Sandbox innovation. Why is that? It's a box that holding a sand. This box is internal condition that cannot be changed, which is the price in India. People cannot afford expensive stuff. So lower price, cheap price, it's external condition, which is called a box, cannot be changed. But inside the sand they holding, which is small, fine, and it's resilient, that can be changed in small things. That can be changed in small things. In this point, I want to talk about Apple cell phone. Remember a couple years ago, Apple had a new cell phone called the Model SE came out. That it's cost about somewhere around $300, called the lower version of Apple. The Apple company made this special version of Apple SE phone is they want to get in Indian market, because the average per person in India is cost for a cell phone is around $100. If it's over $100, the market share is very, very low. So this Apple model, Apple SE, did not do very well in Indian market, even though it's much cheaper, costs around $300, but still it's over Indian people's limits. So let's back to story about eye surgery in India. Why the cost is so low in India? So before they do the innovation, per doctor, per eye doctor can do a maximum 4 surgery per day. That's the body limits for a doctor. But right now, after innovation in India, eye surgery is like an assembling line. The hospital will gather all the patients in a line. Then the lower doctor or nurse or even PA will do the part. It's not so important during the surgery, maybe the beginning and at the end. And the most important part, key part of the surgery, the doctor will do the main part of the surgery. Then rest of the not important or not the key part of the surgery, the lower level of the people will do the rest of it. So basically, the surgery is like a manufacturing assembling line that will reduce the cost of the surgery dramatically. So here is before innovation and here is after innovation. So back to the main point, affordable business today. When a business model that can survive in small city and they can be quickly spread to another small city in China and another small city in China. And also, if this small business can succeed in small city, that means also apply to big city because the price is affordable. You see earlier, when business succeed in big city sometimes does not apply to small city. But when the small city succeed business model can also be applied to a bigger city because it's affordable. So people often ask or often say to themselves, I want to be the richest man in the world. Have you asked yourself about that? So let's look at the richest man in different countries. The richest man in Japan is the man start a company called Uniqlo. Uniqlo, U-N-I-Q-L-O, Uniqlo. It's a retail store that sells clothing, cheap clothing that everybody can afford, somewhere between $10, $20. He is the richest man in Japan. Let's look at the richest man in Germany. It's the man who started a discounting store, such like Aldi. He's the richest man in Germany. So the richest man in Spain, Zara, as we all know about Zara. Every few months ago or a year ago, he was the richest man in the world. But of course, he went down a little bit later. But richest man in Spain, he started retail clothing store by selling cheap clothes. So when I ask you again, in the future, the richest man in your country, what kind of business model will he have? What will he produce? Affordable business? Question mark. Thanks for the Summer Talk 023. Bye-bye.